Venus is on. Venus is on.
Yeah. Want some plushy advice? What? Introducing Miss Violet, the Mad Mix Morning Show.
Now listen to this.
A true friend loves you in good and bad times, no matter what. Plushies, be careful about the ones you call friends. There may be really some true blues out there, and others may be wolves in sheep clothing. Pay attention to yourself, your inner self, and also pay attention to those red flags. Glasses up.
No letting the wild animals into the circle. Got to do serious background checks. They got to pay some serious emotional ties. They got to be into some stuff. They got to know how to not snitch and stuff like that.
Not just that, but it really is, because you know what? Everybody needs a friend.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having friends, but a lot of people don't know how to tell the difference between friends and frenemies and people you just know, not people you're friends with.
Right.
Got to know the difference. But I can say this, we have a new sponsor, because Plushie Advice is now brought to you by BodyMindSoulShapeButter.com. For more information, follow on Facebook at Body, Mind, and Soul LLC, a family business who makes organic shea butter and scented foaming hand soap.
Oh yeah, it's good.
That helps create healthy, smooth skin. All the products are handmade right here in the US of A and often made to order. I like that. That's like custom type order stuff. BodyMindSoulShapeButter.com. And we're going to get the boss chick herself, the powerful Mrs. Davis, is going to be on next week with us.
Oh yes,
to talk about it herself.
Oh yes.
The Mad Mix Morning Show will continue.
Usher presents a brand new Las Vegas residency. By popular demand, 15 new shows added at Park Theater at Park MGM. Performing select dates from February to October 2023.
I think that there's an audience that needs to be served with what I offer as an artist and what I think historically needs to be seen in that city. Back in 1955, when performers came to this city, they could not even set foot in the same spaces as the people that they were performing for. We're on the other side of that history. I like the idea of what I found in Las Vegas. It gives me an opportunity to settle. I have children now. I got a life. So being able to have a few days in certain places and being able to celebrate those places and enjoy them, getting back to Las Vegas, world touring and finding ways to do residency outside of America, because I think I like that better than just touring everywhere and stopping everywhere and carrying a huge production. If I, were ever asked to perform at the Super Bowl, of course, I would definitely be into it. I think that social media has given us an opportunity to feel that each and every opinion, right, is one that should be put on a pedestal. What I am thankful of is the fact that there's even any conversation about me, period. I feel humbled that, at this age and this juncture of my life, people still, have to ask the question if after all of the number ones that I've had and all of the diamond things that I've done, that I have enough records to perform 15 minutes.
Is there anything musically or entertainment wise that you haven't done yet that you would still like to do?
EGOT. That's a goal in life. I've acted on Broadway. I've acted in movies. I'm now producing. That EGOT is definitely on the list. I need that Tony. I got a couple of Grammys. I want to get one of them at least on stage. You know what I'm saying? I never actually received a Grammy on stage in front of an audience. That is a goal of mine. I do have one. I have several, but I want that moment.
Fake news you gotta use. The Mad Mix Morning Show.
Like this. Come on.
Disclaimer, fake news consists of stories, headlines, memes, and pictures. Some of it's real and some of it's fake, but it's also outlandish. It's just gotta be
fake news.
A year ago, the entertainment world lost Bob Saget. It's been a little bit over a year. It was in January of last year. His LA home finally found a buyer. Originally, the home was $7.7 million.
Oh, wow.
But then a few months later, after his death, it dropped down to $6.9 million.
Okay.
So it has a buyer. His wife said that, you know, it would have been too much of a burden to hold on to, even though they got memories. But I can relate to that. You know, just, hey, know your limitations. Steven Seagal, were you ever a fan of any of his early movies? Like the late 80s and maybe some of the 90s? Okay, all right. I can't speak on nothing past that. Hard to Kill, yeah.
Under Siege, yeah.
Steven Seagal received a Friendship Award for contributing to the better of international relations.
Oh, wow.
Guess who gave him the award?
Van Damme?
No, Vladimir Putin. He actually has citizenship out there since like 2016 or something like that. He's like a Putin fan or Okay, I have a new rule. I kind of hate the timing of it, but it gotta be said. Now, I know it's the first day of Women's History Month. Well, Women's Month, right? Somebody gotta say it, and it might as well be me. Women who are married do not get to make songs about single stuff. No more. The reason why that came in my head because I saw something on YouTube where they was talking about Sierra's canceled because she was making another single lady say, oh yeah, on a mission like me. You're married. What's the mission? What did we miss here? You can't be married still singing all the accolades of being single and trying to get people to do single people stuff when you married. I'm sorry. I'm just calling a spade a spade. It is what it is. I still love her music. I still love Beyonce music, but y'all don't get to make single anthems no more. You're married. You know, Miss Violet, you got to speak on that a little bit. I'm just saying, I'm calling a spade a spade.
First and foremost, a lot of that could have been they making songs when they were single.
No, because Beyonce was married for years and years and years before single ladies. No, this is not concept art where it was something that they was experimenting when they was 12 years old. You don't get to make single anthems while you are married.
And in the same content, men should do the same.
You have no proof and evidence, woman. You have no proof and evidence.
See, there it is. There it is. There it is. There is the hypocrisy.
Let me tell you right now.
There goes the hypocrisy.
No. It's all good because we still gonna speak on this. But the Mad Mix Morning Show will continue because the infamous one got receipts. Yeah.
There goes the hypocrisy. You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Get a ringside seat. It's debate time on the Mad Mix Morning Show.
Is it okay to charge your kids rent if they're still living with you? They already graduated out of high school. They have their first jobs. You know, if they decided not to go to college or even when they came home from college and they're now working, they don't have a place of their own. Is it okay to charge their rent? Under what reasons are you charging them? Is it because you need help with the bills or is it because you're teaching responsibility and how it really is out there in the world without you?
You want to give your answer first? I got my answer.
Well, my thing is, I would only charge my kids rent if it's teaching them how to be more responsible when it comes down to paying bills. I don't really think that they should be trying to take over my household because that is my household and I have to be able to manage with or without them. So it would be a matter of responsibility. I would also think of it as if they were paying me rent, I would take that rent and hold it and put it in a safe for them. And then when they decide to move out, they have a nice little nest egg to start with. It's just teaching financial responsibilities. Now, I have other people that may not think that way, but that's how I would do it.
Okay. Basically, they're 18 and up. Let's just say that. They're 18 and up, which is fine. They're a legal adult. Hell yeah, I'm going to charge you some rent. I have no problem with doing it. I don't know about, being able to save up for them and all that. If the opportunity arises, that's cool. But the only reason I say that, all BS aside, is simply this. You got to pay to play and stay where you lay. No one gets a free ride. Now, here's the difference again. If you got a set of circumstances where the child is in college and their focal point, education is important, they have to be able to think freely between work and school because all work, all school makes a dull zombie. If they're working hard and their education, their academics is up, cool, I encourage that. But not forever. Like, we're not doing that for years. That's just, no, we're not doing that.
That's not what
we're not doing that for years. But here's the difference. If you are not paying rent and going to school, you're going to contribute some kind of way. You don't just get to lay up because you're my child. You don't get to do that. Meaning, yeah, you got chores, you're going to clean up, and not in just your area. You're going to contribute. If you are working and you grown, and yes, you left and did all that Billy Badass, and you want to come, yes, I'm going to hand you a bill, flat out. Because because the electricity is not just gonna work in my room, it's gonna work in the room I provide for you too that you came and left. Yeah, because I'm not gonna do them no disservice by making them think it's a free ride. Did we get one? No. Nobody gets a free ride. And I agree with you. You still got to do with or without. But the reality is, without them, you had to do it. You shouldn't have to do it with them if you don't have to. If you're in that circumstance, if you're in that kind of position.
Right.
But, to each their own. That's just me, because sometimes kids are lazy.
Like I said, I wouldn't let up on them not paying rent. If I said you have to pay X amount of dollars to me every time you get paid. Now, mind you, regardless if they were there or not, my rent is always going to be paid, because just because you going to end up homeless don't necessarily mean I'm going to ever end up homeless, because I'm not trying to hear that. So what I would do, I would take their rent money and put it away for them. But that doesn't excuse them of having to pay a utility bills, because I'm still teaching financial responsibilities.
Also, let me add before we wrap this up, if they are 18 and up and already graduated high school and they're not in college and they're just working, yeah, you going in on rent and bills, because there's no reason for you to get a pass. You're not doing anything other than working. So since that's what you're doing, you're going to make that job pay for what it's designed to. Bills. Pretty cool debate time. The Mad Mix Morning Show shall continue.